All right, here we go. These are the 5 minutes, that in NetLingua has to dedicate for speaking different languages. I only speak English, but here in these 5 minutes, depending on the person who's participating, we speak many different languages. We had the other day a person speaking Esperanto. The other person the other day spoke Spanish, and we had a Russian with us. And God knows what else we're gonna have here with us. Today we have two Brazilians who have these very good experiences abroad. They lived in different countries. They also travel around a lot. And we had, you can't miss the interview we had, the podcast that we had with these two people. Now we had this 5 minutes in which we going to try a little bit of our language skills, speaking a little bit of English. But before we go into their experiences, I'd like to say how important it is for you to let go of your inhibitions. This is like 50% of your ability to speak a different languages, for you to let go of the things that are keeping you from letting go of your traumas from the past. Yes, I don't want to be too heavy on that. I don't want to go too heavy on traumas. It sounds a little bit too heavy. But yes, we do develop some traumas from the past when studying a different language. It's very common here in Brazil. So one of the things you got to do in order to speak a good language is, first of all, let go of the things that keep you from letting go of your inhibitions. That's why you're going to do some kind of psychological work with the students a little bit before. And that's exactly what we do here at NetLingua. We prepare the students to feel very much at ease before they go into learning a different language. So, Leandro and Mayara, we've been together for a while. It's been great talking to them. Their experiences are amazing. It's been great. And Leandro, in our last conversation, brought up something very interesting. He said something about the courage to beat yourself, let go of all the things that bother you, and facing challenges in life. I know you've had quite an experience traveling around in which you learned a little bit of the language, right? It was one of the motivations you had for learning the language, you're traveling, right? So could you say something about your professional experience? I know we all know that you work with something related to customer experience, which is providing the nice emotion in the customers in order to purchase a product. So purchasing a product, it's no longer something that's only related to a physical thing. It's more like an emotional experience. And you work with that. You're an expert in working with customer experience, providing clients with a good experience in order for them to buy and purchase products. How do you go about working with providing good emotions in customers so that they can buy your product?
Well, as a consultant, I'm used to search things related with customer experience and consumer behavior, because retail and franchising has a battle with e-commerce nowadays.
Yes.
And we are realizing that nowadays the store need to be a entertainment point.
Yes.
We need to feel some things when we are looking the colors, listening the music, smelling.
All senses are...
All the senses,
right.
all the senses. The 5 senses in the retail are important. So
right.
I saw, for example, as I thought in the podcast in Portuguese version, the Museum of Ice Cream.
Yes, that was great. That was great.
Yes, I visited to a store that is called... I don't remember but it's child store.
Yes.
And they have a lot of toys. And during the experience exists how can I say this in English? I really don't remember, but a place with a lot of books.
Yes. A library, bookshelves.
Bookshelves, yeah. Okay. But it has a secret door there.
There's a secret door.
Yeah. And the child is stimulated to discover what have behind the door. Yeah, and so there is an assistant that help him, and exist another store behind the door,
behind that one?
Completely different.
No kidding.
And with emotional impact, with other toys, with other people to make some jokes.
Right.
So it's one of the things that retail is becoming.
Right. Very rich in terms of emotions, right? Or
Exactly.
dealing with the client's emotions in terms.
There is a new expression that is called retailment.
Retailment.
That the mix in between retail and entertainment.
Entertainment. Great.
That is rising up nowadays. Right. That's one thing that now in Brazil we need to focus.
Beautiful. And I see a very good connection with your work, Mayara, since he said activating people's senses in order to be acquainted with the product first before you buy it. It's something that you do in your job as an architect who works with, you mentioned, I thought it was great the way you explained it. It's neuroscience combined with marketing and architecture, which is the main thing, and it gave a beautiful explanation. That has a lot to do with what he was saying, right? Which is motivating people's emotions and senses in order to make a product more complete. And then he is bought out on the idea of purchasing the product. So as an architect who works with people's emotions, what would you have to say about it also?
First, thank you for the architect, but I am a designer.
Oh, a designer. Wow.
I have to correct you there.
Great. Thanks.
I'm
sorry about that.
But yes, the experience of the people in the environment is very important, and we have to consider that when we are developing a project.
Right.
For sure. And I was remembering now about a study which is actually a UX study about interfaces, digital
user experience.
Okay.
We have something that they call eye tracking. So you put on a glass and you see where people navigate with the eyes first in a digital interface.
That's great.
But this could be used as well in an environment. Physical environment. And it is very important to understand the appeal of the space and the digital interface, because you will see where people is looking at first and
the hot zones with everybody looks.
Yeah. So this is, for example, a way that we can apply neuroscience to architecture.
To architecture,
yeah,
great.
So.
Oh, that's why I called you architecture, because of that.
Yes. I understand the confusion.
Great, beautiful. Sorry, but man, you explained it beautifully. That's great, right? So this is what the 5 minutes from NetLingui is all about. Our experiences being told by Brazilians speaking a different language. That's great. It's been a pleasure. Thanks very much for your participation, both on this one. Guys, don't miss the podcast with these two great people here. Don't miss it. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.